Hey everyone, welcome to another Open Cluster Management Community Meetings. Today is January 20th, 2023. Today we're going to be focusing on the placement work or the placement manifest work, or we're in the process of renaming it, maybe a manifest work set. There was some community discussion about maybe we should change the API or the implementation a little bit. For all the details, I'm going to hand it off to Q Jang, who's going to talk a bit about it today. Q Jang, without further delays, please take it away. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So as you know that we have a, a proposal about maybe do I need to share the screen?
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. So as you know, already know that we have a proposal about putting building a placement a manifest work orchestration API. Like currently the name is Place Manifest Work. So the one is about so
Hello? Hello?
Check, yeah.
manifest
Think we
work you
lost.
can
Oh,
Oh, he's
you
back.
lagged a bit there.
oh sorry. Is that clear now?
Yep, you're good now, but maybe rewind a minute, please. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the okay, so the place manifest work. It was originally proposed by Josh, and currently we are under developing. The main work is being done by Muhammad. The idea of place manifest work is that we will build an API that you can have manifest work spec template in the place manifest work spec, and you can have a placement reference that reference to a placement. And then there will be, and then when you define like that in a place manifest work, the manifest work will be created based on the placement to all the clusters that in the related placement decision. So there are several things that I want to discuss. The first one is about the name. I actually have talked with Mohammed, and we both think that maybe place manifest work is a bit confusing, and we were thinking something like whether we should rename it. There are some idea like we can call it manifest work set, or manifest work group, or something like manifest work replica set, etc. So there's a thread on the Slack channel. Want to get more feedbacks on that, on whether which name you prefer and whether there's other better options on the name. So we hope that we can fix the name, make the decision on the name before we fully implemented that. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing is I actually got many feedbacks from Place Manifest work. It seems that there are several folks are quite interested in this. And there was there one main question about this Place Manifest work is that how do you set the configuration, like how do you override the manifest work template when the cluster is different. Something like you want to deploy a deployment on all the clusters, but on OpenShift clusters and on IKS clusters, the environment variable of the deployment might be a little bit different. So there is a question on how will we support that? Like you can configure the different template or different spec, or you can patch the spec based on which cluster this spec will be applied to. And that's one, yeah, that's the main thing that main questions that we, main feedbacks that we get. I get from several people that looking at this API. So yeah, that's two things that currently in my mind. Any comments or questions?
Yeah, I think as what you mentioned last week is kind of similar for the template part, is similar to the application set to applications in the Argo CD. It's actually almost exactly the same because they also have a generator which is can be used as a placement reference as well. So there's a lot of similarity there. And I don't know how wide the Argo CD usage or the community usage of the Argo CD application set, but maybe that's a good place where we can take a look at how they implement it. And I think the main contributor was from Red Hat as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. I think we need to take, I will take a look at the application set, whether they have any something like configuration override based on different clusters.
yeah, they have it's quite flexible. They definitely have that. They have what they call the generators, and then and they have many different, they abstract the generators out, and then they have many different types of generators. And placement, our placement cluster decision is actually just one of the generator. So it's
Okay.
quite flexible, but maybe too flexible for us. That's the only thing.
Okay.
Anyone else with any feedback? Kijang, any more discussion point you want to talk about for this place place manifest work API?
No, I think that's how I was still thinking about the configuration override part. Maybe yeah, I will write up a rough idea and we can discuss it later, maybe in the next meeting.
Okay. Well, thank you, Kijang, for that presentation. I noticed there's a few I should say infrequent participants. Michaela, did you have any topics in mind today?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've been missing in action, but Happy New Year, I guess. Happy New Year. And thanks for the presentation too. I do actually I want to just voice opportunity for our project or for open cluster management. It's just that I'm not that much of a developer yet. I would say I'm, focused on documentation, but I have volunteered to work with this project called AgStack, and they're looking for different frameworks to use for users to be able to create applications agricultural related applications and stuff that could help the community and everything. And so I'll give you all more information. I could send the link over to the website and like the repositories and stuff. But I think it's a good opportunity for open cluster management to be leveraged within the AgStack framework and what they're proposing. So let me see, I just saw in the chat. Yes, that is it. And then I also have the website. But they usually have community meetings as well, bi-weekly. And it's actually one tomorrow that I'll be presenting at, and I'll be talking about like just the different updates that we have as it refers to the documentation and AgStack. And here it is. Let me see. Oh, Zoom. Okay. But yeah, if you all have any ideas or if you're interested, if agriculture is something that you're passionate about, or you're just willing to contribute and also, again, help leverage our project, Open Cluster Management, I think, yeah, that'll be great. I would appreciate it. And I know the community would appreciate it. It's Linux Foundation that's running this project.
Thank you, Michaela. So definitely we'll be looking at it. So are they looking for some Kubernetes, some kind of Kubernetes cluster management tool, or are they?
I think they're really more so focused on just having contributors in general. So they are focused on CNCF projects because it's open, of course. And really the goal is to minimize the gap, the data gap between farmers and just the rest of the community. And there's like extensions, what is it called? Cooperative extension groups, and they provide information to farmers or other programs on how to maintain their land or how to, potentially just grow a specific crop. And so they're looking to like pull in, or they envision artificial intelligence being used to be able to provide recommendations to anybody who's interested in, finding the information. It could be someone interested in having their own home garden, or a company that's looking to provide food somewhere or something like that. So that's just part of it. It's still in the early stages, like more alpha, and they're still developing certain APIs. But after just being a part of it, I felt like we had a pretty strong framework that could be integrated with it. Just needed to get the right people in front of it. I wasn't, at the time, I wasn't sure how to present it or anything. And I could create a presentation for the next meeting to make it more clear. But yeah, hopefully we could get the word out.
Got it. I understand. I'm gonna post something in our Slack channel as well to give it a little shout out. Thank you for that, Michaela.
No problem. And let me also, I could also share my Miro board where I'm tracking just the progress of, or my ideas, and anybody could please help contribute, because yeah, it's definitely just an open effort looking to include the whole community.
Got it.
And then I could grant you all permission and all of that, just request it and I'll do so. Thanks for the time to speak.
No, thank you for joining. And I shouldn't have said you're infrequent participant. You're infrequent participant to this call, but you're actually a very frequent participant in the more North American time zone friendly call. So thank you for coming on to this call and give a show.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Any questions or comments for Michaela?
Hey, Michaela, thanks for sharing that. This is awesome direction, I think, worth heading in. Opening up the agricultural technological landscape is certainly a large topic of discussion with DRM in the agricultural community lately. This is certainly something I could see the application of scale being useful for. I'm having some trouble with the Miro link you shared, but the rest of it's fascinating. Thank you.
Great, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, let me go ahead and figure out what's going on there. Oh, it's probably I definitely used the wrong link. My bad. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
Any other comments and question for Michaela? Okay, thank you
Yeah,
again.
thank you.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I think this is interesting. I am looking at this website. Actually, I'm not quite sure I have fully understand the whole mechanism, how this is implemented. So maybe sometimes if you could give a more concrete example on how the whole, like, will there any building infrastructure that help you to host API, and what will be how the consumer will use this API will I haven't clearly get it, but I will take more look at the website later.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that feedback, because we are still working on making the vision more clear and figuring out what the customer would experience and everything. So I've just taken what I've received from the developers and tried to create the website. I'm really right now the only writer right now, but they do have a few developers working on it. But there's only been like 2 developers that have been explaining how the APIs are being implemented. But hopefully they have some more concrete evidence tomorrow, and I will come back with that information. And I could also, well, there on the website is some more links to the other projects and stuff, and we're still working on that documentation too. So I do that, like I work with the project maybe like 1 to 2 hours of the day. But right now, since GA is coming up, it's been an hour now, but good progress since in the beginning of the new year. So I'm happy to come and share the news with you all and receive y'all help.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kijang, Michaela. Anyone with any last words, comments, questions?
Yes, sorry, just another thing about the release. So not need to be decided today, but I was asking whether I think we probably want another release on the February, like beginning or during the February of the OCM release. I just want to check whether are there any concern on that. I think we have several things developed in this release.
Nope, we don't have any concerns. think we have a few features that it'll be exciting for the next release.
Yeah, cool. That will be awesome. Yeah, that's all for me.
Thank you, Shizhang. Okay. If there are no any other comments or question, thank you all for joining, and see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.